I'm almost here. I'm almost here. I've just been having tech issues. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm around. Hi! Look, I changed the chalkboard drawing. Don't you love it? Hi, Anthony. Hi, Tony. Hi, Saski. Hello, Clyde. Hey, Rahel. Oh, Tech. Tech is mean. Tech is mean. I'm flying because I'm so annoyed at Tech. See, if you hold your breath, you start floating. Also, if you can hear some weird, like, those noises, that's me just getting some gloves out. I have to make them. I have to, like, tear up the rubber tree to get them. There you go. Getting some gloves on, getting some gloves on, ripping my fingers off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Putting some new ones and putting them in the little tiny gloves. Oh, but yeah, those Aberrants surprising. By the way, the Aberrant doesn't have hands. And there's not that much detail on the drawing because after drawing all the purity seals, I kind of ran out of time and I had to quickly draw the Aberrant. Oh, but yeah, why are Aberrants so tiny though? Where's a hand cam? Oh, hope your days are going well. Mine's not been going too well. My health's been a bit meh, but this is an Aberrant. Toughness 6. 3 wounds, feel no pain 5+. This dude, toughness 4, 4+ armor save, 1 wound. Like, what the heckers? Why? I'm still not over it. I'm literally still not over it. I thought these guys would be Ogren size, and they're like the tiny baby size. Pat, pat, pat. Oh, no, I'm going back to this screen because I think people need to, you know, like the drawing more. Like they should be liking this. Every like on this stream is another purity seal for a Black Templar. Yeah. Oh, hi TA, how you doing? Oh, look at that. Do you like my little labyrinth though? It's like, oh, look at a little baby. Why so tiny? Why so tiny? Why so tiny? I'm never going to be over their stats and just how... Oh, it's... Every like of this stream is another inch Aberrant grows. No, it doesn't grow taller. Every like of this stream
is
just
another
makes it
inch
shorter.
Aberrant grows.
No, every like of this stream is another inch it loses. Oh, morning, glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Oh, do you know? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's he called? Mega Man. Mega Man. He is not called Mega Man. He's from Mega Mind. Metro Man. Yay! Do that Metro Man pointed to the crowd. And I love you too, random citizen. And I'm glad you're here too, random citizen Clyde. Inch lost. Most dislikes ever. Oh, gosh. I mean, aren't the berserkers, you know, for photon berserkers that people complain are toughness 6, don't they only have like 1 wound? Or like 2 wounds at most? And these guys are just like... And can you believe these guys can easily one-shot a Space Marine? It's like... I mean, maybe if they had a cool cape. Yeah, I mean, with a cool cape, anything's possible. Now I can believe it's toughness 6 with 3 wounds. It's got a cool cape on. The cape's too big for it, though. Need to show off those back muscles. Yeah, and that spine. I mean, your spine going out to your back's like that's got to be very painful, isn't it? Like, what if this is something just hits your spine a little bit and it's going to be like, I'm paralysed forever. Now, this guy's got chitin on his back and little tail coming out of her pants. Yeah. And they're like, I'm gonna smash them heads in. Do. I just gotta hope they're normal human sized. To be fair, most of them are hunched over. Let's look. This one's like stood tall. And not by a small margin. If they stood up straight, they'll be staring right into the Primaris eyes. I'm not sure. I'm not. He's squatting here, but he's got a wide stance, and the Primaris also has a wide stance. If he stood up straight, he would still be shorter than a Primaris. Maybe this one. This one's the biggest one of them all. And he is hunched over. If he did stand up straight, he might be looking a Primaris in the eye. Also, remember, this one's wearing has a smaller helmet by just a little bit, but it's still smaller because it's almost that's an iron box. It's a Horus Heresy head. Yeah, but I mean, even this level of hunched over is not making up for the height difference. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. I mean, even then, a Primaris is toughness 4. Let's get a Lictor out. A Lictor. Well, not even a Lictor. A Von Ryan Leaper. So this is Tyrannid. I think it's got 2 wounds. Actually, let me look. Let me open up the new recruit page for them. New recruit. Von Ryan Leapers. Von Ryan Leapers. They're toughness 5. This guy is toughness 5. He has 3 wounds, a 4+ armor save, and a 6+ invulnerable save. This guy is toughness 6 with 3 wounds, a 5+ armor save, and a 5+ feel no pain. This guy gets 6 attacks at strength 5, AP -1, damage 1, hits on 3s. This guy gets 3 attacks at strength 7, AP -2, damage 2. It's not the Tyrannid DNA that makes him so strong and so tough, because my goodness, this guy is a full-blown Tyrannid. Quickly, to the recruit of the newness. Yeah. It's like... Based on these two, which do you think is tougher and harder to kill? Which do you think hits harder? the tiny little half tyrannid boy, half human, or the full-blown tyrannid monstrosity? Oh, I think the warrior is around the same size as this dude. What's a warrior stat line? Tyrannid warriors of melee bioweapons. Yeah, they've got the same stat line as this dude in terms of toughness and durability. Wakes up, works out. The one that looks like he only works out. I mean, I don't even have a dad bod build. Like, I don't know. I feel like if they were toughness 4 with 3 wounds, just make them cheaper. Give them feel no pain 4+. Make them toughness 4 with 3 wounds. Or make them toughness 6 but 1 wound. Maybe that would work better. Then I say work better, it'll feel more accurate to them. But that being said, the model feels small even by its lore. Because its lore describes them as these hulking behemoths that are massive and struggle to get through doorways and stuff. And like, they take up the room. It almost sounds like Ogren's the way they're described. But let's get a normal human. Let's get the Magus character out. She dwarfs him. Oh my gosh, hi Tony the Tanuki. It's your birthday as well today. And hi Night Parade. How you doing? How you both doing? I hope you've had a brilliant birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. You're good. You're good. Oh. Yeah, these don't sound like the hulking behemoths. It feels like... Do you know Fimir? Fimir, the reason they're so big, and you know their lore is the way it is because there's a weird issue in which the person who was basically in charge of making the initial design for the models and the people who were writing the rules, and the person who like had to make like the final design of the models, was like some miscommunication between them. Hi Native Engine. YouTube blocked that for me. Yeah.
Time to get the cupcakes guy down and shank him.
No! Don't shank the cupcakes, they're friends, not shankables. But what was I talking about? I forgot. Oh yeah, for Fimir, for like Warhammer Fantasy race, like they were meant to be the Chaos race. It wasn't meant to be chaotic humans, I don't think, at first. So they wrote rules for, you know, a model about the same size as Warrior of Chaos models. Just your standard, a bit of a larger base. They're larger than humans, but for the same size as orcs. That was the main goal for them. So the rules were written for these orc-sized models. But they, like, the person was like, oh, they're meant to be bigger. Like, the person was meant to be designing the final model for like, oh, they're meant to be bigger. But what they meant was, it was meant to be bigger than a human, same size as an orc, but they just heard it's meant to be bigger. Oh, and it's already orc-sized. Maybe they mean troll-sized, so they made the models troll-sized, but the rules that were printed already were for models that were orc-sized. So there's this weird discrepancy because of, you know, miscommunication between people. I wonder if the same goes for the aberrants, whether they're meant to be Ogren sized or like just a bit smaller than Ogrens, and instead they just made them this size. And by the time they had like fully made the mode and stuff, and people realised it's like, oh no, it's too late. but they already need to fill that niche in the Gene Stealer army. These streams always calm my raging mind. It's usually out of pocket. Your mind out of pocket! Put it back in your pocket. Why is your mind in your pocket in the first place? Put it in your head. That's where your mind's meant to be, or the sole of your foot. Gosh, you know, they say the mind's connected to the soul, and you got two of them on the ends of your feet. Please. You're doing okay, just sorting out an issue with one of my fish tanks at the moment. Oh, what's the issue? Oh, I hope it goes well. Hope your fishies are okay. But yeah, I wonder if these were like meant to be Ogren sized, if they already had the rules and stuff far from finalized, and they're just like, okay, we'll just stick with it. Because they fill an important niche of, you know, being the big blocky infantry that the Gene Stealer cults kind of need. Because the issue is these guys are basically the same size as the Metamorphs. I want to build the Metamorphs. And the other guys. These guys are toughness 4 with 1 wound. And they're on the same base size. In fact, when I was looking at models, I was struggling to tell the difference between Metamorphs a little bit and these dudes. The Aberrants. However, Metamorphs have pistols. And it's like, I do wonder if that is actually the case. Because it makes sense, doesn't it? Where are we? I think I do want to build them as Metamorphs and not the other option. Water temperature dropped. Looks like the heat has stopped working, so I have to order a replacement. No! What's going to happen? What you're doing with your fish in the meantime? Aberrants. So, okay, is there like anything? No, okay, for Aberrants. No, for Metamorphs, there we go. So we got a Metamorph leader with Hand Flamer. We've got a Metamorph with Cult Icon. And then 3 Metamorphs with Hand Flamers. Yeah. That's cool. So, yeah, like their legs. It definitely feels like someone got the scaling wrong on them, but it kind of became a bit too late. Maybe if we'll get a new model, and for old ones, we'll just get like a... What's it called? A different profile. Because that would be cool. With that being said, the Abomination is similar. Size to these guys. They should be okay for a little while for deliveries tomorrow. I'm checking to see if I have a spare just in case. Oh. I've never kept fish. So I don't know a lot about them. There we go. Wait, what part was even that? I need to look at the part number 15. Okay, so... Oh, these are cool. It looks like any of the body parts can go onto any of the leg parts. Like, what's the... What stats do Ogrins have, actually? Hi, Mal. I need to know what stats Ogrins have. Security Force Patrol. Do we have Ogrins here? No. No. Ogren Bodyguard. Toughness 6, 5+ armor save, 6 wounds. So twice as many wounds. Okay, maybe they wouldn't be as big as an Ogren then. What does the corn dudes have? For 8 bound, what's their stat line? Toughness 6, 3 wounds. Why do they have a very similar stat line to the 8? But 8 bound are massive. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna stick to the idea that they were originally meant to be bigger models, but they kind of forgot to change the size. I think that's the only decent explanation. You know? Okay, so how do we do this? Metamorphs. All of them have the exact same sorts of stuff, though. Oh, the leader has leader's bioweapons instead. Oh. Metamorphs are cool. They get 5 attacks, or 3 attacks that's done 5 AP minus 1 damage too. Huh. Huh. Yeah, I'm guessing these guys are really customizable. It looks like any of the bodies can go with any of the legs. And any of the arms can go with any of the bodies. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back. That looks cool. That looks like it's meant to be a leader option. Oh, they got the old school flamers. I would have stabbed myself with those things. Yeah, they got the old school looking flamers. And auto pistols. Like, they were like what the old metal models kind of had. Have I got to see many of them, but in person. Do 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 do. I hope your fish are okay, Yeet. Thanks for the head pats. Thanks for the head pats, everyone. We're believing in night parades, fish. Okay. Okay, there we go. Ah! I dropped it. Where did it go? There it. Oops, I just whacked the microphone. Let's move stuff out of the way. Okay, so I'm assuming it goes like this somehow. Okay, maybe not. Maybe these two pieces don't go together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe 10. Or 12. 12 also looks good. Yeah, I could look at instructions, but that would require me to get the magazine out again. And you know, that's just a whole debacle there. Okay, we'll try 13. I just gotta try each piece. Hi, Erland! I'm just gonna keep putting each piece together until, you know, it gives... Oh! It works! See, just try the same thing over and over and over again, and eventually it works. That's the definition of success. Pretty sure the metamorphs get the whole surge move mechanic. Yeah, they do. I think the auto pistols give you guaranteed 6-inch move, and hand flamers give you D6. I'm not sure which is which, but they got a deep strike, and they can get... They don't have any difficulty getting close to the enemy. And I like hand flamers. I think they're really fun. And they give you way more attacks. So you get into the middle of an opponent, and then you just flame them to pieces. I wonder, like, for people who like modern gene stealer cults, what's like the thing behind it that makes you really like them? Hi, Sparky. And like, what's the lore for your cult? Like, is your cult just on one planet, or is it one that like sprouts up repeatedly? So it takes over a planet, Tyranids come along, devour it, and then it just appears on another planet? Like hive mind-esque? Because one of the things I do struggle with is just how nihilistic it feels like playing them. Okay, hand flamer. And cult leader bio. Which one's a cult leader bioweapons? There's multiple whips. There's some bombs. Okay, I'm guessing this big old sword here is a cult leader bioweapon. Although, actually, I like the scything talent. I'm gonna give the cult leader the scything talent. Yeah, the unit doesn't contain hand flamers at the start of a battle. Move 6 inches, otherwise it's D6. Yeah, yeah. I like the hand flamers though. So that's my go-to one. My favourite one doesn't have a detachment currently. It's one of the major ones called the Bladed Cog. It specifically infects Mechanicus and hybridizes EdMech tech into their forms. Ooh, that's cool. I guess it doesn't have a detachment because there's no official models of that. So you'd have to convert it all. Okay, so we got this for arms on one side. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to think they're toughness 6. I think metamorphs are cool. Okay, I want a hand flamer now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for this hand flamer. I feel like I should have 2 arms on this side, because otherwise it's flat on the side. I feel like there needs to be a second arm. There's a bit of spoo here. I would just be Brood Buffers, but select the Add Mech list instead of Imperial Guard. Yeah. Maybe. Exclude from anything tech piece related, so you're looking at Skitarii units. Or you're looking at the servitors and the vehicles, but not the... some other stuff. Yeah, what do we do with this flat bit here, do you think? Because I definitely want to model the hand flame on all of them, but it doesn't look like there's any hands here that have a hand flamer on them, like the other double hands. Guessing what we can do is just take one of the other hands, like an auto pistol. One of the hands holding something. Yeah, it's nothing good. That doesn't work. Oh, we got through bombs. So let's give him some bombs as well. Let's give him a bit of dynamite. But the thing that I struggle with Gene Stealer cults is just ultimately there's not really a win-win scenario. There's not a winning scenario with them. It feels like, because if you fail, you're dead. If you succeed, the Tyranids are eventually going to come and you're dead. It's like every other I mean, maybe that's the fun of it. It's like most factions to some extent are a little bit nihilistic, and Gene Stealer cults just completely remove all subtlety from the equation. Like, yeah, these guys are literally their own worst enemies. Okay, there we go. We give him some dynamite. Dynamite is an acolyte. I know it is, but the thing is, I mean, this big flat side, and I wanted to make sure he has a heavy flamer modelled on him, and you know, he can still hold some dynamite. I mean, he can't use it in battle. Wait, do they have the grenades keyword? Do they have the grenade? Let me look. We got the grenades keywords. It's just a grenade. I've modelled the grenades on them. There you go. Now this one's a commander. So I want a cool head for the commander. Oh, tentacle face. Oh. Oh. I like that one. I like that one. He's got a big old spike on his noggin. He's got a spike on his noggin. Do do no 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 no. Heckin' unit of a grenade. Look, look, look. Dynamite would not actually be as good of a like a stick of dynamite like that wouldn't be as good of a grenade as an actual grenade, because you know grenades use have shrapnel built into them. That might be a bigger blast, but I mean, in terms of it's a shrapnel that really is the lethal part of a explosive weapon. I wonder if it's meant to be a bit here, but I missed. Doesn't look like it. Okay, one of them needs the cult icon. I know that much. Yeah, I much prefer the metamorphs to the... in part, just like the design of them. And how they play on the battlefield. And the fact that they're like half the cost of the aberrants. But yeah, I much prefer the metamorphs and the other unit. I chose the metamorphs just because in the end, they're the ones I like the most out of the... What they called? The neophyte hybrids? No, acolyte hybrids. Yeah. I preferred these guys. I'm not sure if they are actually better or not, because I really don't know much about these things. Like acolyte hybrids, industrial destruction. Each time a model of this unit makes an attack, reroll a wound of 1. If a target for attack is an enemy unit within range of an objective mark, you can reroll the wound. Their melee weapons are kind of meh. You can be equipped with a demolition charge, leader's bioweapons, and oh, is it the auto pistol one that can have the heavy weapon? Oh, so it's an auto pistol one that can have the heavy mining tool. Which is anti-vehicle 4+, damage 3, AP 2, strength 5, 2 attacks. Which is okay, it's not amazing. Oh, and for ones with auto pistols, at the start of your command phase, roll 1d6 for each objective marker you control that has 1 or more units of your army within range of it with this ability. On a 4+, you gain 1 command point. Oh, we're doing okay. Have you guys seen? Have you guys seen who have come in? Hi, Talam, by the way. Look at the art. Look at the art I drew. I spent too long of a purity series. I didn't have time to really draw for Aberrant properly, but I did give him a big old lollipop instead of a hammer. Yeah, we split the unit into 2 because we needed a separate off for demo charges because those things hit like a truck. Yeah.
Black Templars boo.
Black Templars, but why are you saying boo? No. Which ones gets... Oh, so it's a hand flavors that get the demolition charge. The other one gets the big old saw. The ones with the saws are the auto pistols and they can farm command points. It's similar to the Gretchen ability. It's really powerful. And for cheap, for 65 points. Demolition charge. Oh, who else gets an attack like that? I know the Orcs gets a similar attack. And I know... Does one of the Guardsman units have basically a demo charge? I feel like it does. Oh, they do! It's the How's Last. Looks like he's got to compress him into a tuna can. You'd think that, but Aberrants are incredibly tough. They're like better than a Space Marine. And stronger. Strength 9, AP -2, damage 2, blast, hazardous, one-shot. So with old explosives like demolition charges, how they used to work in the game is they had an incredibly short range, but they used a small blast template and they had like a 6-inch range. And then you had a misfire as well. You'd roll for misfire scatter dice. And what would happen is, if you roll a misfire, you place the template on top of a model with a demolition charge. And your unit gets hit by the full blast. It's not just one wound. No, 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 no. Your entire unit gets blown up. So sometimes what you do is you'll have a character with a demolition charge. I just have him like 2 inches away and the unit like really spread out. And him like the furthest away from everyone else that he can have it. But on top of that, because it's super short range and you scatter 2d6 minus your ballistic skill. Well, minus Basically, if you hit on 6s, you're -1. If you hit on 5s, you're -2. If you hit on 3s, you're -3. Oh, no, if you hit on 4, sorry, you're -3. If you hit on 3s, you're -4. On 2s, you're -5. And then ballistic skill, like 6, is hitting on 2s just even more. And you're -6 from it. Actually, no, yeah, that is actually just minusing your ballistic skill. So for it used to be that for higher ballistic skill, for better. So 1 meant you hit on 6s, 2 meant you hit on 5s, and so on. So you just literally minus your ballistic skill. But what happens is like an arc throws a demolition charge 6 inches, scatters 2d6 -2. For average scatters 5, and it can scatter back towards you. There's a chance that you just got to roll a hit on the marker anyway. But there's a chance you just got to hit to miss anyway. But it sounds like in Titanicus, whenever you fire anything for template at close range, there's a non-zero chance that if you miss, the D10 will land it right back on your own Titan. Yeah. And how it also worked is basically it's you throw this bomb at somebody and they just throw it right back into your face, or you just absolutely fumble it, drop it at your feet, or you have it in like a sling, you throw it, you send your arm backwards, except you let go of the sling, or it snaps off the sling and it just goes flying backwards instead. It made sense within the rules, especially since it was like mostly orcs and improvised types of weapons and stuff. Found your spare heat to an added. Yay! I'm glad your fish are going to be okay. It's a bit small for it, to be fair, long term, but it'll help until the new one arrives. Oh, I'm glad your fish will be fine. That's a lot of numbers. I don't understand any of them. Okay, so basically, do I have a small blast template? I do actually, I think. I had one just here the other day. Just give me a moment. It's up here somewhere, I think. Oh, it used to be.
We playing Wii Bowling with this demo charge, by which I mean we are throwing it back into the crowd behind us for the memes.
Never mind. I can't find it. Unless, give me a moment. It might be over here. Ah, never mind. Never mind. I was wrong. So. How it used to be is we play Wii Bowling with this demo charge, basically. There you go. What you used to do is... Oh wait, this was some misfire dice. Yeah! So what you used to do with the old demo charges, let's say this is your unit here. And you want to throw a demo charge at this dude who's just over here. Who's there. So what you do is you get a blast template, which is like a big transparent piece of plastic like that. And you basically go in, I want it to land on his head. And then you roll this dice. And you go, okay, it's going that direction. And then you roll this dice, which is an artillery dice. 10 inches, and you go, okay, but I'm ballistic skill 3. So I take 3 off that and it becomes 7 inches. The blast template here goes 7 inches this direction and lands. Oh no, it hit my own squad. And now you have to roll to damage your own squad. Well, let's say you roll your dice and you get a misfire on your artillery dice. You completely ignore this dice and instead you just place the blast templates on top of a guy who had the demo charge. And now you have to hit your own squad. Well, there's always a chance that you roll 6 inches and you get a hit anyway. But if you actually look on this hit dice, there's a little arrow on it anyway. And that's because sometimes you'll be in a situation where you're so inaccurate for whatever reason, you still have to scatter even if you roll the hit. So you have to go in the direction of an arrow. And hello, Sarah, don't you say hello. Turn me into a cat, you're so big and mean. Big old meanie. Yeah, that's how scattering used to work in Warhammer 40k. You still see it in some game systems. Old World, Horus Heresy, Titanicus. But Warhammer used to be a lot more ridiculously random. It was not balanced at all, old Warhammer. And they didn't even try pretending it was. It was just like, okay, we've got this. So you had like, orcs used to have this thing with like stupidity and impetuous. But you had so much more just dice being absolutely random. Like you got random number of attacks at a random strength with a random AP and random damage kind of stuff. You had, well, what else was going on back then? It was ridiculous how silly stuff got. And at first, it's one of those things where at first you first come across these things and it's kind of fun. But it quickly ends up becoming, you know, not too fun. You can, if you play Battlefield Gothic, you can still see it a lot. 8th edition bubble chucker. Yeah, but everything, the shock attack gun used to be like that as well. When it first came around. I say first came around. I don't know if it was the first time. It was the first time I ever saw it. Back when it was a metal model. It was... I think it was something like D6 attacks. Everything just about it was completely random. AP... how many attacks you got, where it would land, was a good chance it would hit you. You roll a dice on like what actually happens to the things that you're firing. It was very silly, very weird. But also very fun. Arcs to just make noise, as is the way it should be. I also find it funny is that do you know those people where they post that meme from the thing of, you know, the guardsman stops an arc by just, you know, blocking its axe. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what guardsmen used to do. Arcs are once no stronger than a guardsman. On the charge they were stronger. On the war they were really dangerous. But if you were just... very silly. There we go. What do we want? Okay, that's a normal arm. So we want this side to be a double arm. We can go, I want to go for whips. Oh, we need to... okay, so that's not an occult icon body anyway. Which side does the whips go on? Okay, both of the whips go on the other side. You know what? We can give him a bone sword. Or we could give him a scything talon. Now we'll give him the bone sword. Ooh, oh, I just noticed this thing. I want to give him this thing. Oh, it's got a crushing claw. Crushing claws are so cool. What's your favourite unit for Gene Stealer Cults, though?
My ADHD bones me when it comes to painting models. I only have the focus to paint maybe 3, at which point I need to stop and then set up the supplies all over again another day. Either way, love you, Cupcon.
Thank you, Zosimus. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. And yeah, I get that issue a lot. It's like setting up for painting streams is like twice as much work as setting up for a normal building stream. And I'm like, oh, I wanna do that. Actually, no. When I want to paint and I can really get into it, I can paint quite a lot. It's just, if I can't get myself into the mood for painting, I don't paint that much. It's very difficult. I think a bone sword is meant to be for the leader weapon. I think the same stat line as a warrior sword. Is it? It's 5 attacks, strength 5, AP -1, damage 2. Which is, the other models can choose between 2 attack lines. One of them is 5 attacks at strength 5, AP -1, but damage 1. And the other is 3 attacks at strength 5, AP -1 at damage 2. I think that's... Trying to remember if that's what I read properly. Let's go for the barchin dude over here. Look at the barchin. Wait, you can't see. The barchin. Da, 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 da. Gosh, where'd it go? I think it's -2 AP for leader and 3 attack profile for the others. Let me look. Oh gosh. Nah, it doesn't wanna. I can try this. It's a very small piece. Come on. Focus. Nah, doesn't want to focus. Either way, he's basically got a toxin sac on his chin. But let's look. New recruit. Again. Hello, how you doing? We weren't away from it. Oh no, it's -1 AP. Yeah. I'd just been looking at them, so I'd hope I'd remember it correctly. Otherwise, the aberrants will be out of a job. Yeah, I was... Oh, no. So for other, they have 2 attack profiles of the normal ones. They can attack with a strike, 3 attacks, strength 5, AP -1, damage 2. Or sweep, which is 5 attacks at strength 4, AP -1, damage 1. I imagine the leader's bioweapon is meant to be for sword, but you know, I thought it would be cool to give him a scything talon. There are other bone swords in there, but for smaller bone swords. I imagine the ones that are actually wielding proper weapons, like the swords, are meant to be the ones of these dudes and metamorphs. But I'm not sure. It was. The damage and strength went up when you dropped the attack. I thought the AP improved too. Nah. You're asking too much there, Anthony. Far too much. We need someone that has just one weapon on both sides. Is that him? No. Is that it? No. Is that it? No. Is that it? No. No. Yes! Oh, you're correct. You're the piece I want. You're the one that I want? Ooh, ooh. No, you're not. Never mind. Okay. These two bits do go together pretty well. I'll give him some whips. I like modelling the flamers onto them because I like the flamers, but if I go for the cult banner, I can't give him a flame on the other hand that well. Because the flamers are only like you can see, they've got two sides to the models. One for one arm and one for two arms. And the cult banner takes up a one arm slot and the flame pistol takes up a one arm slot as well. I guess I could work it with another arm. Well, then where's its bioweapons? Going to place a shooty weapon with a banner. Yeah, but how is he meant to shoot if he's got no shooty weapon? We're in the 41st millennium. You'd think that I've realised that shooty shoots are better than stabby stabs by now. Banner is more important than... No, nothing's more important than shooting a flamethrower. I'm a Black Templar player. If I'm not shooting a flamethrower, then I'm shooting a multi-melter. And it's like, yeah, but aren't you the melee faction? Yeah, you can shoot while in melee with pistols. That's why we have hand flamers in like every single unit. Everyone knows melee is cooler. No, but nothing's cooler than going into melee and then just taking a pistol out, putting it to your opponent's model's heads, and then just a gout of flame comes out and burns everybody. Bow, bow, bow. You ever want that or what? Boo, boo, boo. Do, 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 do. No, no, no. We're gonna eat potatoes. We're gonna eat so many. What did people eat before potatoes? Nothing. Because nothing's worth eating if it's not a potato. Or a cheesy burger. Cheesy burgers. Cheesy burgers. You eat your cheesy burger. Everything is armoured in the 41st millennium. Gotta get close and personal to get those weak spots. Have you ever tried stabbing at a knight's weak spots? It's not very easy. I mean, he can do it. It's just not easy. Mostly because the person's not going to stand still and let you just stab your weapon through for weak spots. I wonder, you know what would have been the coolest things? Like, one of the reasons that melee is so effective is power weapons. And it's like, you can't just shoot a power weapon at somebody. It's like, why not? Because it's an incredibly expensive tool. And it's worth more than it's worth more keeping, you know, not losing it by shooting it at your enemy. But then just imagine if a photon came along and their main weapons were literally just shooting bullets that were basically little tiny power weapons. That, like, they'd shoot into you as a power weapon and then the power source would just explode. So they're like bolt gun power weapons. Power ballistic knives when? Power boomerangs? Yeah!
Power ballistic knives when? Power boomerangs.
Yeah! I beat you to it, by the way. Wait, who turned me into a banana? Oh, Quadro did! Hi, Quadro! Sorry I missed you there. Cool Daikons are so mean, returning D3 models to a unit. Are they? Oh! Greg Johnson. Hello, Greg Johnson. Oh, so once again, I'm proud of my little drawing, even if I did have to rush it and it's not really finished. Look at that! Look, where am I? I'm here, hi. Look, why is a Gene Stealer so tiny? Why is the Aberrant so tiny? Oh, wait, we can actually compare the size. So here's an Aberrant, toughness 6, 3 wounds. Here's the Metamorph, toughness 4, 1 wound, both from the same army. Yeah, it's Aberrant. Yeah, they're just Aberrants. I kind of just want to give them big old lollipops now. Oh, by the way, look, there's God's got on the floor. I think I'll save that for other models. You know what I can do is take a flame pistol. There's one flame pistol, there's a second flame pistol, there's another. Okay. What I can do is just take this flame pistol, right? Cut it off here. And then take one of these arms. Like this one. Actually, maybe not that one. I want to save that for the other ones. Like... Which one? This one, I guess. Double, that's a normal. That's a double. I'm just looking at these different parts. Okay. And cut off his hand like there. And put this hand on. Yeah. Do, do, do. Bow, bow, bow. You know what? So, I'm getting music stuck in my head. There we go. And it wants to get out. Wait, would it be that way or would it be this way? It'll be this way. Okay, it doesn't seem big enough to cover the gap, but maybe a bit more that way. Oh, there we go. So yeah, there you go. Hand flamer and knife and banner. There we go. I might have to do that again, looking at the other body pieces. But I'm not too sure. Okay, let's put him on his base. Space Rangers. Rangers in disguise. Being honest, I think cults are probably the coolest faction. They have a cool design, cool rules, have an underdog factor in both lore and tabletop. If it wasn't a bug, if I wasn't a bug, I'd be a gene stealer. Cult for my Xenos. Oh. They are pretty cool in a lot of ways. I just have that difficulty getting, you know, attached and over the idea that if you win, you're doomed. You're doomed if you do, you're doomed if you don't. Okay, I'm thinking going for this blind one for the banner guy. Blind cemetery. Now if I could get the Admech cult back, that would be great. Would you actually start collecting them if you got the Admech cult? Maybe we would actually... Maybe if they ever do Cenerite Admech, they'll actually also give us... Gene Stealer cult Admech as well. I mean, they do seem to potentially be bringing out some Dark Mech stuff now. Yeah, there we go. This looks cool. I like that. Oh, darn it. Just sent it flipping and flying across. You never know what's happening. You never know what's to come. Do 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 do. There we go. There we go. One of the things I do wish that they would turn back on is a bit more of, you know, they do seem to maybe be going back on it. It's just opening up the systems a bit more to like allowing Xenos players, like just give us legend rules of Xenos in Heresy. That'll be fine. We don't have to be competitive rules. And like, update, whenever you release a Heresy model, just update the legend rules as well, please. Or 40k. If they did rules justice, bladed cog back, and also just more, you know, like converting models between different groups. I liked it when they supported that all in. If it did rules justice, bladed cod back when it was a sub-faction, basically gave a bionic save. It wasn't a soup army like what I think they'd make now. A soup army. Oh. I mean, I don't know if they'll do that. Because soup armies aren't always the most popular ones. And they definitely get confusing when you go to a website and you've got a bunch of different models on the website. Do if that's for a different army. What would be fun is if they release like some Mechanicum inspired models and anyone could use them, but they're like very specifically designed for a certain detachment. I think that would be really cool. I think it could go quite a long way with that. Flame pistol, I've got a flame pistol. Doing what the flame pistol wants to do. No. We got a flame pistol. I want these things. Yeah, this is cool. There we go. And what else do we want to do? Flip that there. Flip. No. Greg. A name that you dare not repeat. Wits. Oh my gosh, there's so many sirens out there. So many sirens, so many. Sirens going do. Sirens. Oh, look at those whips. My whips don't lie there. Do. My whips don't lie. They're gonna hit you tonight. Killing, destroying, toxin ferment in your membranes. Oh, look at him whip. I whip my hair back and forth. Whip my arm back and forth. Okay, what do I need? I need more body. I need more bodies! More bodies of a body pile. Okay, let's go for this dude. Yep. Yep. There we go. We got this back. Is that good for this piece here? Oh wait, did I want that piece? No, I don't want that piece. Okay, maybe this one works then. Drink, drink. That's empty. Give me a different one. You throw an empty can at me. Don't drink the cola and throw it at me. You're so mean. Oh. Ah, thank you, that's better. Nice can of Coke. Thank you for the drink. No! Dodge. Dodge it. Dodge it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, cheeseburger. Gosh, she's a lord of I'm not a lord of chaos. You're a lord of chaos. I'm just a cute little cupcake doing my thing. Cute little cupcake doing it all. I'm a cute little cupcake. Cute can be. You're the fan, everyone who's ever been. Do 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 do. Cute little cupcake just doing my thing. Eat. Devour. Devour them whole. Okay, you know what? Don't like this. Can I like remove these arms here still? I can. Okay, there we go. What about you? I can. Okay. Now, let's give you them whips. That's the only piece I can put the whips onto. The other whip. This one. There we go. I shall turn him into it. This is not my true form. So mean. Why would you even dare say this is my true form? It's about my true form as being a chicken. It's Chicken Little's true form. Being a mouse is Stuart Little's true form. Not true at all. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, I'm thinking of that other thing. The other that guy gets turned into a mouse. But, and they have to it's a witch with the witches, and the witches are super scary. The witches are scary. The witches are fairies. Oh no, they didn't. They're after your soul. BRB making food. Bombardment. Cola for Descartes. Less likely than you think. I don't know if Stream Avatars has fixed itself yet or not. Okay, so that goes there. Now this hand, we want to cut it off like here. Then we glue the hand on. I need more glue than that. This needs to be a strong connection. Yeah, melt it. Melt it. Melt you. But wait, do I have my windows open? I don't know if I do. Give me a moment. They're not open very wide. I'll go and open them just after I finish this. Want good ventilation up in here. Okay, that works. That looks okay. Windows! Open wider. There we go. I'm on my way back. Hello. Gotta get that good vent for Catty sauce. No! We gotta get good ventilation. It's because, you know, gluing without good ventilation is bad. Because you don't want glue fumes getting all caught up in ya. All caught up in ya. No, you don't. Okay, there we go. We've had to change them a little bit. We've given them facade, but we've still got the flamey pistol. Oh, now what am I going to do about the explodes? Okay, I don't want you having that head anymore. I wanted the tentacle face to be on the whippy head, on the whippy body, but turns out we can't do the whippy whips where I wanted to. Not easily. I'm assuming the whips off of the metamorphs. Yeah, there we go. Erland is crazy. Erland, apparently crazy. Okay, we want some legs. We want some legs. I am back to normal. We got some funny, funky legs. Do. Funny, funky legs. Do. We've got funky legs today. Funky as can be. We've got some silly legs, as silly as you and me. We love our funky legs. Oh, is that, what's that? Oh, it's a little grenade at his side. Oh, so he does have the grenades modelled under the model. Nice. You know, don't think that's good for your back. You're gonna get back pain. You're gonna get back pain stripping up like that. Stand up straight. You Shelly Billy. Standing up straight. It's not what I do. I can't stand up straight while you're looking at me. No, hi, Nanovate. Her Chaos Lord form is a worm. I'm not a worm. I'm not a worm. We are singing a happy little song. And you should all just sing along. Because if you don't, we're gonna smoke your entire family. Ba da 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 na 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 na. Ba na 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 na. You know, I kind of prefer these limbs. We got whips, we got bone swords, we got other swords. We got a big old claw. I think this is very metamorphy. Metamorpho, go! Ugh. They threw water at me. Can't you deal with water? Apparently not. I react too well with it. Wait, is it water that gets Metamorpho? What's Metamorpho's weakness again? I forgot. Other than, you know, kidnapping his child. I feel like it varies depending on the media and the writer. Oh wait, is it being frozen? No, he can freeze himself, can't he? It's Plastic Man that doesn't like being frozen. 2 ways of beating Plastic Man is literally just freeze him and just leave him frozen. Or freeze him, break him up into tiny little bits, and then seal each of those tiny little bits, like, far away from one another. Alternatively, just throw him into the sun. Although the issue with, like, throwing him into the sun is he might just become the sun. Worm. Worm! Spelt with a Y! That's like a dragon. Dragon. Stop the dragon, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon. Stop the dragon, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Okay, there's a metamorph squad done. Metamorphoso. Magneto! So here's a boss one. Yeah. Here's the cult leader for cult icon one. Yeah. Here's the flame pistol one. Yeah. Here's also just a generic flame pistol, but he's got a crushing claw. Grr! Grr! Punch! Oops, I dropped him. But we didn't break anybody. Nice. Dragon, stop the dragon, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, let's just throw these pieces away. I just knocked the camera a little, I apologise. He might cover the sun to spite humanity. Oh, he would never spite humanity. Don't talk about Plastic Man like that. Plastic Man's a sweetheart. Or he tries to be. He's a bit crazy sometimes. He might have had a life as a petty thief. And got thrown into... What? I don't even know what happened to him for him to be, like, turned into the weirdness he got turned into. Cupcake is just a cupcake and not a worm. No. I don't know. There was once a comic where Plastic Man was compressed in all signs and contained in the shape of a cube or sphere. I guess that could work. Hasn't there been, like, Plastic Man turned villainous though? Like, wasn't one of the most dangerous Plastic Men? Like a universe where everyone got turned into a zombie, including Plastic Man. And Zombie Plastic Man was just like the most dangerous thing ever. And everyone was like, oh my goodness. You know, it's a bit like, do you know when they find out that Spider-Man's been holding back the entire time? And they're like, huh, he could have killed me whenever he wanted. Plastic Man. You know, maybe we give him a bad rap. He could destroy the entirety of the universe if he wanted. but he doesn't. And that's why we love him, because he's a kind man. A lovely man. Is Plastic Man your favourite DC character? No, he's what
Puff
up
word
there.
of the day.
Up there.
I. It's a word. Some examples is I.
Hello, Fudge Puff. I is a word. What do I want? What does plastic? No, my favourite one might be. Although it depends. A lot of these things, it really depends on who's writing and what's it for and stuff. Like, but the question, I just love the question. It's mostly just because of him in the animated series. Oh, he's just such a silly dude. I love him for it. I mean, of that being said, I've not been a big fan of some of his comics and stuff, so... Change into a zombie lake. Yeah! There's also been all sorts of iterations of fun Plastic Man silliness. Deathstroke was honestly one of my favourite characters, DC characters. Mostly do you know Deathstroke being the other anti-hero versions of, or anti-villain rather, versions of Deathstroke, where he's being more merc than villain. And he has like a moral code and stuff. I love those versions of Deathstroke. It's also pretty fun. Especially you, Cuptle. But then I end up like reading other parts of Deathstroke. I'm like, thanks for ruining the character for me. Oh, for some versions of Deathstroke that absolutely suck. It's also fun in the Teen Titans show. But Batman obviously up there. I'm not a big fan of the more violent versions of Batman though. I much more like prefer his the other kind and compassionate style ones. Or the very silly ones. I like both of them. Basically anything where it's more light-hearted or whatever, rather than just violent punch everybody. Not a big fan of the Absolute series from what I've read. I've not really looked into it very well, mind you. But... what else is there? I'm just cutting bits off this sprue now. You know, just to put them into the bit spots. There's a lot of spare bits on this one, and that's really nice. Wonder if there's any parts that we can mix into our other dudes and neophytes. Because we still got to build them. Actually, yeah, let's build the neophytes. And then we'll look at, like, seeing how much of these bits could go into the neophytes. There we go. Okay, what do I want for the loadout of my neophytes? I can't remember. Gonna have to once again go to new recruit. There we go. I like I got a hair stuck in my mouth. Oh, anything new? No, I was hoping it would have for next week's stuff. But whatever. Okay, neophytes. What do you have on you? Okay, Gene Stealer, Cult Combat Patrol. Down to neophyte hybrids. Mining Laser, Heavy Stubber, Auto Pistol. Cult Icon, Auto Pistol, Weber, Grenade Launcher. So 1 Weber, 1 Grenade Launcher, 1 Heavy Stubber, 1 Mining Laser, 1 Anointed Pistol and Chainsword. Wait, why would I have the Chainsword and not the Power Weapon? Power Weapon's 2 attacks. The Chainsword is 2 attacks. Power Weapon is 1 attack. Okay, that's why I went for Chainsword. I'd rather have 2 attacks than 1 attack. Okay, Weber. Yeah. Mining Laser's fun. It gets 1 attack at strength 10, AP minus 3, damage d6 plus 1 heavy. Oh wait, why would I go for a Heavy Stubber and not a Seismic Cannon? Heavy Stubber gets up to 6 attack. Seismic Cannon's got less range. 2 attacks are up to 4 attacks. Strength 6 AP minus 1, damage d3. I do like the Heavy Stubber. Hi dinosaur, how you doing? Okay, bye guys. You come in, turn me into a cat and go away. I always prefer Batman when they concentrate on the detective side, which a recent Patterson did really well. Yeah, that was fun. Sorry, coughing. I need a drink. Hopefully that fixed it. Sorry about all the popping noises. Weber, grenade launcher. What does a Weber even do? It's a torment weapon. Devastating wounds. Yeah, silly. Yeah. That seems fine. That seems fine. And with the other dudes, what's like for options? They can have heavy weapons. Or neophytes with hybrid firearm. Oh, they do have a hybrid firearm. Okay, okay, it's not just a pistol and a close combat weapon. Okay, so heavy weapon, mining laser, heavy stubber, Weber, grenade launcher, cult icon, 4 hybrid firearms. Nice. What's a hybrid firearm even like? Well, it's basically just a last gun. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. It looks like any of the legs can go with any of the chest pieces. Any of the heads can go on any of the bodies. Now, what I'm thinking, I want to go with more human-looking heads rather than gene stealery. Because I feel like the more you make them look like mutants, But for how do it is far from Dino to fit in. Oh wait, a Weber pistol. There's a bolt pistol here, a normal auto pistol, and then a Weber pistol. Can he be armed with a Weber pistol? I don't think he can. Yeah, he can't be armed with a Weber pistol. Unless there's like another neophyte hybrid, no. Huh. Why does he have an option for a Weber pistol if he can't use a Weber pistol? Oh gosh. Like, where's the Weber if he can be using that? There's a flamer. There's a mining laser. That's a seismic cannon. That's for heavy. So what do you think we should do? Do you think we should go for a heavy stubber, or do you think we should go for a seismic cannon? I really like heavy stubbers in general, but I think a seismic cannon is probably better. A heavy stubber gets more attacks but is weaker, but it is also longer range. That's not to say the seismic cannon doesn't get a lot, but it gets up to 4 attacks. 2 normally. 4 at half range. Ooh. Yeah, I'm guessing those legs would go with a mining laser, because the big mining lasers and stuff take that. Okay. Oh, okay. Looks like if you do take the mining laser, you do have to have a double arm mutation. Wait. Wait. What? Look at this mining laser. So you've got this handle here that it looks like you have to hold to make it shoot. Like it's got a little lever under there. Then you got a hand here that's holding it. And then obviously is his hand here that it looks like he pulls back a lever to make the laser go. So you hold this thing to basically power it up, and then you pull the lever back to decide how much power you want to put into its attack. Or do you know, into its laserness? I'm guessing. Why is it designed for 3 hands? That's my question. Yeah, I'm building Gene Stealer Cult stuff. I can't tell you. I'm building Gene Stealer Cult stuff. Flamethrower. Big old thing here. Cult icon. These are metamorphs. And this is our Cult Majors. We made her a while ago. And here is the aberrants. The tiny baba aberrants. I'm just looking at this. I'm like, why is the laser design? Like, this isn't built by the... As far as I'm aware, the mining laser is used by the Imperial, you know, miners to mine stuff. Why is it designed with 3 hands? Like, surely it should be designed for, like, 2 hands? What? Oh. Like... Like, I'm pretty sure most humans of the Imperium don't have 3 hands normally. Okay, I'm guessing for mining laser. But 1 hand is extra. Clearly a normal human would hold the mid handle and the trigger. No, but that's the thing is, that thing there is the lever to make it fire. And this is the one you have to hold down. So it looks like this got a safety handle here. So when you want to fire it, you hold down the safety handle to effectively turn, you know, to to be like, hey, I do want to fire this. And then the other one is the thing that you pull back on to like control the intensity of the laser. I'm guessing it's actually designed for vehicles and it's not designed to be, you know, wielded and walked about normally. And so you'll be on the back of a vehicle, you'll hold down that with 1 hand, pull back on that with the other hand, and you know you'll fire it. Or maybe someone else would be holding the laser and then you'd be at the back, you know, firing it. The other person is, you know, maintaining its position. So what you're telling me is the Steelers have better trigger discipline than the average miner. So I'm guessing is they just welded this handle onto it so that they could wield it normally, but it can only be wielded by 3-handed gene stealers. Yeah. I guess it could be designed for servitors. But that could be a good option as well. Huh. Like, so I was just really distracted by that. It felt really weird. Okay, one of these bodies is going to be specifically designed to have a larger armhole on it, I imagine. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. We'll go for wide stands for mining laser. Okay, but still, heavy stubber or seismic cannon? What do you think? Ooh, wait, this has definitely its own specific piece to go with it.
This faction would be called the Equipment Stealers if it was accurate, but that doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well as Jenna Stealers.
I mean, it's true. It's true. That doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers, Gene Stealers. They stole all my jeans. Okay, 19. I need to find like piece 20. That's definitely what goes with this. 24, 23. No, 20 or 18. That's what we need. 20, 20, 20, 12, 14. 84. 85, 86. So I'm guessing that part and that part. Imagine Dean Stealers stealing Necron tech. I mean, the tech priests do it. Why would the Gene Stealers do it? Piece number 20. There's 26 there. 25. 6, 2, 3, 8. $27. So it's just a front of this clearly has another piece that it wants to go with. Goes 22. There's a little pickaxe. God damn it. They stole your... They have stolen the source of your power. No, not the Millennium Puzzle, you foolish fool. They have stolen your leather pants. Not my leather pants. That's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I'm gonna point my fingers at you. Bang, 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 bang. Maybe we should have brought actual guns. Pockets. Because why tell a story when you can have censorship? That's 18 and 17. Okay, 18 and 17 clearly don't fill the gap. So we want piece 20. That's piece 91. That's piece 11. 15. Oh, I found piece 20. That does not seem to be right. Oh, I get it. I get it how it works. Okay, never mind. Me and Bakoro, we will have revenge. I avenge him. And me would take your leather pants. Marek was such a good character. And Bakoro. He also played Frieza in Team 4-Star, Abridged Dragon Ball Z. Dragon, fight for Dragon Ball Z. Yeah! If you don't love pajamas, then you don't love cheese. If you don't love bananas, then you can't have peas. Okay, where's my knife? Ah man, Dragon Ball Z Abridged. An institution of the internet. Yeah. And Dumpling. If you ever watched them play Xenoverse. Dragon Ball had so many fun games. They should make an anime of Dragon Ball.
Mother, what kind of sound do Genestealers make?
Because they're all sheep, they are. They're all sheeple. Going ma, ma, ma. Ah. Rather make the noise that Dino Squidward make. Not Squidward. Sideberg. It all makes... Told you they are goats. They're Welsh. They're Welsh. You know, they're not for goats. They're sheeple. Not thinking for themselves, unlike me. I listen to what adverts tell me, and they tell me to drink cola. I'm such a free thinker. I don't let anyone tell me what to do. Adverts. Drink cola. Don't mind if I do. In the future, there'll be no water. Only soft drinks. You know, that sounds like a good future to me. I'd love to live in that idiocracy. Bananas are evil. Bananas are cruel. They want to eat the people of this fair institute. Did you know there's a banana man trying to eat your plans? There we go. There we go. Mining laser. I'm taking a head from the metamorphs. Oh, look at that. I said I wanted to make him look more humanoid, but since he's got 2 arms anyway, I guess I'm going to have to not make him humanoid. I do wish Gene Stealer Neophytes looked more human. Like, yeah, maybe they're all bald or whatever, but considering how much the Imperium hates mutants and stuff, and these guys are meant to, like, you know, blend in. Also, looking at Dino for old cultists, Dino for ones and for Dark Angels, Dino for starter set where they came with Dark Angels and stuff. Those cultists are so cool. I feel like we're missing a lot not having those cultists. Okay, now here's the thing. Seismic cannon or heavy stubber? What do I do? It's hard to make decisions for myself. Okay, the seismic cannon here. 2 attacks at strength 6, AP -1. Oh, it's also hitting less because it's a heavy weapon. Ooh, AP -1, damage D3. But a heavy stubber always hits some 4s. Higher range. More shots. Seismic cannon sounds like it should be a blast weapon. We've already got metamorphs and aberrants for dealing with really tough stuff like marines. I've got 10 pure strain gene stealers. Got Atalan jackals. You know what? Let's go for seismic cannon. Yeah, let's go for seismic cannon with both units of neophytes. Oh, wait. We've got to get the backpack on. I forgot about that. It's this one. Yeah, thankfully it doesn't have to have any tubes leading to a I don't like it when you have tubes leading from a backpack to a main weapon. It just makes it more fiddly to put it together. Okay, I don't know what my favourite unit for Gene Stealer cults is. The Neophytes are pretty fun. I really like the Metamorphs though. And the Acolytes. What I really want them to do is for Chaos, release a Lost and the Damned thing properly. And it should include... Oh, what should it include? It should include like various types of cultists. Like, I feel like you need 3 more cultist units for Chaos. I also feel like each Chaos faction needs their own version of Beastmen and their own cultist unit. Nurgle has their own cultist unit. But they don't have a Beastman unit. Actually, the only Beastman units are the Sangors and the Velgors at the moment in 40k. Okay, I don't think this body can go on these legs. As much as I'd like it to. Or maybe. Nah, it feels too... Feels too large of these legs. Yeah, it's too large of those legs. I imagine it's these legs it goes on instead. Yeah, goes on these legs. Once again, hunched over, bad back problems. They shouldn't be called the Gene Stealers. They should be called the slip discs. The slip discs. That's what I mean. Look at it. When you're lifting, you lift with your legs, not with your back. Oh, silly people. Silly, silly people. Oh gosh, trying to get into some of these spaces to clip them is not easy. So it's like here, that entire string there gets in the way, so I think I'm just gonna have to twist it off. And don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, I updated the thing. Don't forget to like the stream, peoples. Every like on this stream is once again another inch taken away from the aberrants. They're not short enough. Not yet. We're going to make them shorter, but we're going to make them even tougher. Maybe that's why they've got such good stats, like, you know, for toughness 4, because they're so tiny, you keep missing them. I felt no pain. Why? Because you missed me. I'm too tiny. Things Cupcake can never say. She's too big. I'm too big. getting there. Oh, it's almost, there we go. Yeah. Oh, and then I need to clip this bit of sprue off. There we go. At least it doesn't look like there's much mode lines on this model. Pretty nice. Okay, I want piece 93. Yeah, piece 93. I only wants like a... Why does a seismic cannon have like, not a tripod, but do you know, bipod? Like, apparently this is for it. Is that how it's meant to be deployed? Normally. That feels weird. It's very weird that the Imperium has, you know, seismic cannons, mining lasers and stuff. And they're wielded by people, and they're not like on a big old vehicle that has a big old cab that can withstand doing like the weight of the ground landing upon it. Like, we do have a rock grinder, but does that even have a cab? I can't remember if it has a cab or not. Like, cabs are incredibly important on work vehicles. Protect you from all the rocks and debris and everything else dropping on top of you. They're normally very reinforced. Safety. Safety first. Most work sites are like, oh, who cares about safety? It's like, safety's there to protect you. You silly Billy. You silly Billy. Should I give one of these guys like a Cadian head or something? Do you think that would be cool? I should probably give the guy the seismic cannon, goggles and a rebreather. You know, safety first, even in your jean stealer coats. None of these guys are wearing helmets. Site work rules are written in the blood of those who have come before. There we go. Okay, what do we do? We want this big old thing. Oh, that wants to glue into the mining laser. Oh, why did I have to say that? Not mining laser, seismic cannon. I'm glad we don't have any tubes.
You best start believing in idocracies, Miss Cupcake. You're in one.
I'm in an idocracy. I'm in an idocracy. No! I'm in an idiocracy. Idiocracy. Oh my gosh, it feels like the current government's an idiocracy. It's like, I don't think anyone's happy with the current British government. There we go. I wish they'd make a sequel of that movie and show some of the rest of the world. I've not seen the movie, at least I don't think I have. I've seen clips of it. There we go. Doesn't look like the kind of thing I'd really want to watch. As I say, you better start believing in idiocracies. No. Wait, is that from the Pirates of the Caribbean though? You better stop believing in ghosts of ghost tales or whatever, because you're in one. Bam, ba down, bam, bam, ba down. The first three Pirates of the Caribbean movies are just absolutely gold. Never been a fan though of, you know, the William Turner and Elizabeth romance thing.
Mom, Inquisitor is broken.
Inquisitor is broken. No, Inquisitor's not broken. So what the issue is Stream Avatars isn't linked up to Mixit. Mixit Up is what I use to, you know, do all of my commands, most of it. And Stream Avatars is a separate program that's meant to link to it. Mixit Up recently got updated, and since then, it stopped connecting very well. So when you try doing a bomb, or do like any of the Stream Avatar stuff, it can't see the currency, because the currency is all run from Mixit Up. And usually when they're linked up, it can see the currency and mix it up, will spend it, or will tell Mix It Up to spend some sprinkles or whatever. But at the moment, it seems not to be able to see it. So when you do a command asking like how much currency you have and whatever, if that's all in Mix It Up, it will recognize you've got so many sprinkles. But when you try doing a command that activates in Stream Avatars, or you try changing your avatar, and Stream Avatars is just not registering it any at all. You wish he could do the wah face right now. Wah! Yeah. Yeah, I'm misquoting Barbosa. Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean. Do, do, do. Yeah, the first three Pirates of the Caribbean I absolutely love. They were really, really good. Just good cinema, you know. Not much to complain about with them. What was the coolest chess piece? That one looks pretty cool. I like that one. I'll make it a character here. The sergeant. The leader of the squad. Is it better 2 squads of 10 or 1 squad of 20? I've got mine currently as 2 squads of 10. Because I feel like being in 2 places is better than being in 1. The 4th film isn't bad. But I feel like the 4th film loses a lot of its horror aspects. Like body horror especially. Because that's what made, you know, gave a lot of the thematics to the first 3 films. In which it was very... You had Davy Jones and his crew, which were all mutated and all sorts. And it had growths all over them. You had the Black Pearl and the undead characters and stuff, and them taking injuries and them being fine. You had the guy with 1 eye. The guy without a tongue. The 4th film kind of missed out on a lot of that sort of stuff. The closest you really had was kind of a mermaid. And the end with Blackbeard. Also, maybe I was just too focused on Jack. The first 3 films, they followed more William Turner and Elizabeth for the most part. And there was also more focus on, you know, like the British and the Empire and stuff like that. Especially in 2 and 3. And the 4th started well with that sort of setting, but then you quickly just lost it. That being said, I don't think the 4th film was necessarily a bad film, it just wasn't as good as the first 2. Do you think you can give him a mutated arm from this set? Oh. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, where's the chainsaw? Okay, that's the right arm. What about the left arm? Can I get an auto pistol left arm? Oh my god, I saw that then and I thought like this piece here was like a finger pointing. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. Like, can you see it? It looks like a finger pointing out. And no, it's just like holding something. Okay, that's 1 auto pistol there. Did I already cut off the other auto pistols? Oh, there's one. And there should be a second auto pistol here, I'm guessing. There is. And neither of those pistols look too cool. I'll go with the other ones. It's kind of interesting in a series of films of undead and monsters. The most evil thing is the East India Trading Company. Yeah! And even through the first film, one of the major threats was, oh, what is his name? Harrington? And, the other crew, like, they were chasing down Jack and stuff. And then they were kind of like the saviors against all the undead. Just this small garrison. Yeah, I'm gonna have a chainsaw angled downwards. There was a cut scene that helped explain East India Company's relation to Jack Sparrow. Yeah! He was asked to move a bunch of interns. And he was like, how about we set them free? Which gives a lot more weight to his entire people aren't cargo. People ain't cargo, you silly Billy. It's like, oh, my mistake. Sorry about that. I thought they were. Wasn't the first film for Royal Navy? Well, yeah, it was a Royal Navy. But I mean, it was still seen as like a threat and a kind of... It was a different type of evil in a lot of ways. Like you had this much, much older man trying to marry this quite young woman who clearly doesn't want to marry him. You have them hunting down Jack and other people. You have them executing people. But then when you look at like the characters, not the characters, what I wanted to say. Oh, but when you really look at the undead guys, the Black Pearl, it's like, yeah, they're not nice people either. But there's kind of more reasoning for what they're doing. Like, they're given an actual, we kind of have to do this because we're undead and we need to find the pieces. I mean, they're still really terrible, don't get me wrong. But you've got more explanation, I guess, given to them than to the others. I'm not a big fan of any of these heads. I'm thinking. What pieces do I have? I don't have many spare guardsman pieces. Could steal a head from the Hell's Last kit. Oh, that could actually be fun. Let me find the Hell's Last kit. How's last? Loot pass, sword weapon, company heroes, read weapons, death box of speed. Is this yeah, here we go. I got the Hell's Last kit here. Oof. I've got to get the plastic off. The plastic. Oh, there we go. Hell's Last. Yeah. I've had them for ages. I've just not built them yet because reasons. Oh, the base is attached to it. Oh, they are push fit. I guess it makes sense. They are models for, you know, book readers. Or based on a book, rather. We can take a big old commissar hat. But I'm thinking no. There's a priest. Oh, wait, are there any other heads? We got that head. That could work. That could work. Okay, his head's attached to the body. Oh, and her head's also attached to the body. Okay, let's use this head then. And see. Can it actually work in here? No, the hair swinging down is an issue. I mean, Gene Stealer occultists aren't meant to have hair normally. But at the same time, could be a wig. Could be a wig. I could have glued it to the head. I think it looks really cool. If we just bend it a little. Clip the peg down a bit as well. Nah. Okay, this box is going to be harder to convert than he originally intended anyway. Sadly. Yeah, unfortunately the hair is just at an angle. Because they have to sit down inside here. I do have some other heads as well. Got the guardsman extra heads, upgrade it. Here we go. No. Okay, let's look. We could go for a helmeted head. I'm thinking though, other heads over here. Let's go for this head. That looks cool. Oh yeah. Can I focus upon them? Darn it. Yeah, that looks like a cool head here. Much head, such wow. It is such wow. Yeah, I definitely wish with the neophytes, it would be fun to see them being a bit less mutated. Or do not having less mutated options for them. Considering that they're meant to be like kind of the face of a cult outside. Doing daily tasks and stuff. A lot of it. Like they're meant to be working out there. Okay, let's get the grenade launcher. The fact that these little bits that are meant to stick up are attached to the sprue is a bit annoying because I keep wanting to cut them off thinking they're part of the sprue. Neophyte is the 3rd gen, I think, so should look most human. Yeah, but a lot of them don't really feel all that human. Like you can see even on most of these heads. You've got a lot of gene stealer DNA going on. Oh gosh, that made it even worse. There you go. Yeah, but like, some of them are fine. Like, that guy's fine. These two, they're wearing masks, you can't tell. But then as soon as they're not, like, wearing goggles and stuff, their facial expressions just, they don't look human anymore. And you've got, like, the guy with double arms. And you got the gene stealer hands and arms. It's... The mutations that they have, I feel like, should be not very obvious. I feel like it's a type of stuff where you should miss it. If you don't know what to look for. Also, where the bulk of the HQ comes from, yeah. Like, the mages is fine. But even then, some of her HQ don't look that... Like, she looks fine, other than she's, like, as tall as a Primaris. She has a bit of a forehead ridges, but not so much that it stands out too much. Are you aware of subs in 40k for things that live at the bottom of hive cities? I don't know what the subs are, sorry. Are they like a creature you're talking about? I mean, these guys could get away with living in a hive city. Like, hive cities themselves are known for having lots of mutants and lots of weird stuff going on, and no one cares enough to fix it. But elsewhere, I'm not so much. Not so sure, sorry. There we go. We're basically just very mutated humans. It's very funny. Subs is short for subhuman. Ah, okay. Makes sense. I also wish for just more gene stealery stuff that isn't just a mining equipment. Like, one of the big things is that, like, the criminal gangs and stuff is what they infect, so I feel like there should be more Necromunda style stuff going on with them. In terms of, like, the equipment and their appearances. I don't know, I feel like there's a big discrepancy between a lot of the lore descriptions of them and what we actually get. However, considering the stuff happens in hive cities, I'm sure that subs are edible. Yeah, probably. Everyone's edible. In a hive city. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? A Tyranid hive fleet attacks a hive city and it gets absolutely destroyed. Having the Imperium runs to like the planet and be like, oh gosh, what happened here? Or maybe they don't even rush to it. They're just like, oh, they dealt with a hive fleet themselves. We don't need to rush there. But then they stop like paying the tithe, or like some traders come along or whatever and they find out it's like the hive is almost entirely gone, and living up on the planet now is like just loads of mutants. And it's like the sub-factions within the hive just dealt with it. Dealt with the Xenos. Okay. I like the guy screaming. He could be firing the grenade launcher. Little screamo face here. Like, I'm screaming because I don't have a body yet. It's like, don't worry, I'm gonna give you a body. I'm gonna fuse you to it with some glue. You're not gonna be able to move your head though. I'm sorry. Yeah! Grenade launcher. Shoot it at the ground. Shoot it at your feet. I guess these guys make sense for being more bigger and more mutated. Because it's like a lot bigger. As big as an aberrant. Okay, maybe not as big as an aberrant. But not far off. Oh, goodness. Oh, for considering stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My YouTube chat just randomly flushed. What am I doing now? Okay, we want to do a Weber. I kind of want to do a Flamer more than a Weber, but sometimes you just got to Andrew Lloyd Webber. 10, 11, and then where's piece 12? Okay, there's piece 13 there. Oh, there's 11. Oh, we can have 13 instead. I want to go for 13. Yeah, wait, no, that's piece 15. Okay, never mind. Piece 13 was for legs. Hard to actually tell the numbers on this one a little bit. One of the funny things I find is that, do you know when you have all of these groups, do they steal weapons and stuff from the Imperial Armory? Like all these gangs and stuff? They mostly end up armed with auto guns. I think it's meant to, you know, just separate them from Imperial Guardsmen. But I just find it funny that you rarely ever come across an auto gun unless it's in the hand of some criminal group. Like cultists, whether Chaos or Gene Stealer. And then for criminal groups, some like Necromunda and stuff, the criminal gangs. But they all end up having auto guns, but then you just never see auto guns anywhere else. And it's like, does the Imperium just have stockpiles of auto guns specifically to get stolen? That's what it feels like. It's like, here's our auto gun stockpile. No one's stolen it yet, but if anyone wants to steal anything, the gate's unlocked. Go after that. The last guns we keep under nice lock and key. No one's allowed there. I mean, it is actually a kind of tactic that does semi-exist in real life. You know someone's gonna try stealing something or whatever, or gonna try attacking you. So you instead just give them something that's easy to get to, that you don't care about losing. And you keep the thing that you do care about losing protected. So that way, the hope is, well, you know, stop at that point. Oh no, that's a flame. I don't want the flamer. I want the Weber. Weber, way my life. Okay, this is for Weber. It's down here. It shoots some sticky web that apparently chokes people and stops them moving. 77, 78. Yes, they do. What else would a Hive City have? I do want them to release conscripts again, though. And like, maybe you can give the conscripts auto guns. Or do you know, just some sort of poorly armed guardsmen. And they come with auto guns. That'd be cool. Oh gosh, that was too much glue there. Sometimes a bit difficult controlling how much goes on. Or even realizing how much goes on. It is a transparent fluid after all. There we go. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh wait, everything's out of focus. There you go. Put that on there. Get the head. I like this head. He's got a mask on, so he doesn't breathe in any bad fumes. Imagine a gene stealer servitor. They could do that. I think if they did release some, you know, Mechanicus-inspired gene stealers, it would be servitors. Right, does this go on? I don't think it goes on the end of this. What does this even go on? Yes, it could go on the end, but it definitely doesn't feel like it does. No? Doesn't go on the back. Ah, you know what? Oh gosh, I just dropped that. Armed guardsman implies the existence of unarmed harm women. No! Okay, you... No. Okay, the piece that I dropped... It might be gone forever. Wait, is this it? No, it's not. There it is. It's not gone forever. For unarmed harm women. I mean, isn't that just for Amazonians in Warhammer Fantasy? Although they are armed and dangerous, they're better armed than pretty much anyone else in the setting. But they're the ones that literally bring a bolt pistol to a sword fight. It's like, what do you mean you've got a normal spear? We've got power swords. Do you know those big old lance halberd things that the custodians have? Yeah. I've got one of them. Like, what do you mean the rest of you don't have las guns? I've got a las gun right here. They did that, all that, and still lost. Who did they lose to? Who did they lose to? Amazonians never lost anything. They're perfect. Perfect. Do you know Homelander saying it was perfect? Just perfect, that's it. Amazonians, more like Amalosians. Amatalosians. Amatalosians, Amatalosians, we're Amatalosians. Every like on this stream is another Amazonian. Pro-Amazonian. You know, vote for the Amazonians to take over the empire. But they lost to being plot relevant and getting models. No, they're coming back to Old World. Along with Koresh. Koresh and Amazonians coming to Old World soon. And to Total War. Oh my gosh, you were excited for Nagash. Screw Nagash. We got Amazonians. We got snake people. My first stream to get seen. No! You gotta like the stream. I can't see how many likes they've got anymore. I used to be able to just look over to the side and be like, that's how many likes I've got. Now I can't. I can see how many people are watching, but that's about it. It's really annoying. Why do they do updates that are just literal downgrades? Maybe
It shows 8 on my end.
Pardon? Shows 8 on your end. 8? Only 8 likes. What the heck is dudes? No, no, no. I have to click through some windows, but I can see 21. 21. Oh my goodness. Now it's 21. Just, yeah, that's why I have to tell people to like, you know, get 13 likes all at once. That's how it works. Let's see. Most liked stream in existence. Every like on this stream. If we reach 2,000 likes, I will buy a Warlord Titan. 2,000 might be a bit too much. Let's say 5. I just want to buy a Warlord Titan. It's running along at the speed of sound. He's got his coat high come down, and he's running along at the speed of sound. He's running, 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 running. He's not related to Lennon. He's just running at the speed of sound, and he's gonna climb over that mound. Do do no 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 no. She just hates money. I do. I do. Where would you even put it? Sleep with it in bed? No, 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 no. I have to buy a lot of them, and then I can build them all together and just like build a new house out of them. Yeah! Oh my gosh, the amount of resin dust. The amount of resin dust. That's not going to be dangerous at all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm worrying. I'm worrying. No. Running around at the speed of sound, doing whatever I like. Do 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 do. Running around and singing a song. We're gonna be alright. Do 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 do. No one knows it's just good. Does it just get do 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 do? Everyone wants it to be better. Ba-na-na-na-na. There we go. Clip this. Clip that. She would pull an attack titan triple wall situation with warlord titans inside the walls. Look, look. You just don't understand my gigabrain tactics for resolving financial situations. They say you gotta spend money to make money. And I know how to spend money. The make money part though, that's a bit on the yeah, I don't understand that one. But I'm sure if I just keep spending money, eventually, you know, it will start, you know, they say what goes around comes around. And I'm pretty sure that it's all about money. You spend enough of it, it will all come right back to you. That's how the government works. Yeah, but that's because they got taxes. You don't got taxes. I do got taxes. There we go. Look at him. He's running along. He's like, ah, my arm broke. Recoil on these auto guns is insane. Like, what do you expect, you goober? You goober. Also, I'm going to have to push you back on your base if I can. So you don't fall over as easily. There we go. Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba da 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 da. Banana. Okay, now we've just got for guys with basic las guns. A basic las guns. I say basic las guns. A mixture of auto guns, las guns, double barrel shotguns from like 100 years ago. I like how in units you've got guys who are just running along, guys who are stood still and all of that stuff. And it's like, so if some of you are just stood still, some of you are running, some of you are crawling and stuff like that, the unit is going to get very scattered very quickly. You know? 6 and 8, 2 and 3. Oh, 2 and 3. Let's go after that. Hello, Saxus. Saxus. Don't sack me, no. I need this gig. Oh, gosh, we're scratching. There we go. Knives cut into stuff. And then maybe I can just twist this piece off. There we go, twisting it off. And then we use the clippers to clean it. Clean those clippers up, yeah. And then just clip, clip, clip. Clippity, clippity, clip. We're clipping our faces off. Okay, we've clipped all of that stuff up. We glue this to here. And what do we have? If I can put it together. We have a body! We have a torso! Stick that torso onto the legs. It doesn't fit. It's not designed for his legs. Well, you know, not with that attitude. Not with that attitude. There we go. Just clip that there. And now, does it fit? No, it's not designed for his legs. Those words don't exist in my vocabulary. We'll just keep clipping until it works. It just works. Todd Howard. God Howard. God Joward. Hod Toward. There we go. Conjure banned from building models after twist controversy. Twist controversy? What twist controversy? There we go. Oh, yeah. Now, who said it wasn't designed for it? Me. But I fixed it. Bad back problems. Join the club, eh? Could you imagine? Do you think the Gene Stealers have like a really good chiropractor on call? Actually, no, that's why they've all got bad backs. None of them have access to a good chiropractor. I know, back doctor. You twisted a piece off? Absolutely. Oh! Yeah, people do get very upset sometimes when they twist pieces off a sprue rather than clipping them off. But sometimes it's just really hard to clip them off. The way it's designed. So it's like... just gonna have to do stuff right. Okay. Now we need some last gunny stuff. Oh, we got this weapon here. So now we just need to find an arm to go with it. Oh, give him a pickaxe. It's got a pickaxe. Do. It's a powered pickaxe. Do. He's got a pickaxe and he wants to pick your brain. He wants to just ask you a question. He wants to pick your brain for answers. and find out what it is that a pickaxe is meant to be used for. We glue here. We put the pickaxe on. It's like, oh yeah. You yearn for a backshot confine.
Cupcakes do not say such things.
I don't know what word it was in there. But, you know, cupcakes don't say such things. Why would you bother getting a chiropractor when by your very nature you yearn for the back-shattering confines of a mind? It's true. It's true. As a child, I yearned for the mines. Shattering? Maybe. Oh no. I only made the system that, you know, prevents Cuptle from saying bad stuff. I don't pretend to understand it. Look at him! Look at him go! Yeah! We wanna head for him. We wanna head for you. Where's other head's gone? Oh, that's because it's the wrong piece. There we go. Head, 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 head. Hello. Spaghetti-o. Wow. Wow, as a child I yearned for mine and scoliosis. Thankfully I could hit 2 canaries with 1 pig. No! You cannot say title, but Cuptle can say... It can't say that anymore. But I suggest you don't test the limits. Oh my gosh, this is the coolest guy who ever Warhammered.
Many I love bread.
I thought I fixed that on your Cuptle. It was meant to save. Oh, it didn't save. Okay, it's fixed now. Conjure would make for an awful bridge troll. Also, Talon, you have to time yourself out because I told you not to test Cuptle and you did. So, time yourself out, please. Talon has been demodded. Not only has she really bad riddles, lies all the time and doesn't like being outside where bridge trolls usually reside, but also just lets you pass. Doodaloo nerds. Talon! Oh, so hi Tony, how you doing? Oh yeah, big love hearts to everybody. And also, since we got more people in at the moment. Guys, have you seen my art? I drew that before the stream. I had to rush at Aberrant because I was running out of time. That's meant to be a Black Templar just head patting an Aberrant because it's so tiny and it's got a big old, they're one of those swirly lollipops. Yeah! So cool. So cool. will give us 3 sets of legs. Yeah, I've got legs. I've got legs for days. I got legs over here. I got legs over there. I've got legs everywhere. I got legs over here and legs over there. There's legs being everywhere. We're gonna take the legs. We're gonna throw the legs. We're gonna eat them for Christmas lunch. No one's gonna take our legs away, especially not Santa's lunch. There we go. Heresy, I love it. What do you mean heresy? It's not heresy. You're just patting it like, why so tight? Why so tiny? Seems like she's very happy with her art today, but I can't put my finger on why. Could it be that 80 times she has shown it off? Nah. No, I've not shown it off that much. Look. I spent effort drawing it. I'm gonna show it off. Look, because you only really otherwise see it at the beginning and end of the stream. And I keep forgetting to change the chalkboard drawing a lot of the time. So I'm like, I'm proud that I remembered to change it. Let me be proud about this thing. You don't know when it's next going to be changed. Could be in 20 years for all we know. Black sheep, have you any wool? No sir, not a bag full. We're going to What do you think's coming next week? Like, do you know for pre-order? Next week's pre-orders, what do you think they'll be? Do you think they'll be for Kill Team? Do you think it'll be for Kill Team box set that's going to have a Nightbringer in? And new Raptors? And stuff like that? Could be. Could be. There's cat tears on my head. There are cat tears on my head. Because someone used the meow command. So mean of them. Maybe he has big... What bot? Natural what? A big old gun. I don't think it's natural. It's not a flesh bother. Oh, for ears. No, it's just fondant with some fluff in them. It's just some fondant that it's my hair fondant that's got some fluff in it. Don't worry about it. Okay, what do I want to do? Next week. Oh, Angron's finally getting his release. For Horus Heresy, massive Angron. That was quite controversial. It's finally coming. Oh my god, it was almost a year ago that we first showed him off, and now the Demon Primarch is finally ready for pre-order. Clearly not as good at dragging him to a battlefield as Perturbo. This incredible centerpiece model, blah blah blah, yeah. Oh, it's finally here. Oh, and she's here as well. The ship mistress person. She's cool. She basically tells Space Marines to shut up. World Eaters of all things. Oh, the Skitarii Battle Group's here. With the Battle Pilgrims. And this thing's in plastic now. Oh, is it already? Or was it already in plastic? Oh, here's Shelob. Spider, what? Spider. Arachnophobes beware. But Knights of Dol Amar, they're getting re-released. Oh, Shelob dice. I kind of want them now. Oh, made to order Warriors of Chaos. Metal Chariot is that. Oh gosh, look at that. The entire model looks kind of silly. What are they? What are those? I'm guessing that's Slaanesh, a sorcerer, and another sorcerer. Oh, for all three sorcerers are different chaosy sorcerers. Undivided, Slaanesh, something else. Crying, screaming, vomiting, they nerfed Aram's big naturals. She's going through 6 stages of gaslighting herself instead of reading the context. Spellcasters, obviously, look how magic they are, spellcasters. Oh, this is a cool sorcerer. This guy knows how to sorcerer.
Oi, Kin, take care of this child. What the heck? Fire the Ursus claws. You will be our greatest character.
Yeah. Oh, you can't take care of this child. Yeah, I like her. Yeah. She's powerful support test on the battlefield, able to call orbital strikes on a ship, and a beautifully detailed wizard model. Yeah. Was one of the perishingly few unaugmented humans who held respect and influence within the World Eaters, not least for a formidable will and no-nonsense attitude. Yeah. Oh, made to order. These 2 things are out now for made to order. Or next week, anyway. Or sometimes they're like, hey, next week these will be available for made to order. Then you look at made to order for already available. No, just new and exclusive, please. New and exclusive. Made to order. Oh, this is ending in 12 hours and 50 minutes. Yeah, these guys are plastic, by the way. I really wish they would sell photo wraps separately. I think they did at one point. You used to be able to just buy Frodo wrapped up. But that's also when they sold like bits separately. So you could just buy bits without a worry. And they've not sold random just bits by themselves for ages. If you want to buy just spare bits, you have to just go to eBay or something. That's because it's not like Lego. Whenever they want to make a part, they have to make all of the parts that come with it. She still commands the Conqueror by the by. Yeah, she's become part of a ship, part of a ship, part of a crew, part of a ship, part of a crew, part of a crew, part of a ship. Part of a crew, part of a ship. You're never gonna escape this hell. Part of a crew. Part of a ship. These guys have absolutely no grip on the shoes, by the way. Like, there's even some detail here, but it just looks like folds in the fabric. It's like, these guys must fall over and slip quite often. It's like, how come we suffer so many casualties? It's just everyone falling over constantly. Oh, Frodo. At first I read Frodo as Fredo. And I was thinking of, you know, I don't know if they have Freddos outside of the UK, but for a Cadbury chocolate that used to cost like 5p and now it's like £1 or something stupid. It's so expensive. And they're shaped like a frog. Chocolate frogs. Just stole that from Cadbury, she did. Cadbury's. One day you'll be good again. Well, she's in two minds about the situation. The part fused to a command chair is really just angry and raging. Typical of World Eater people. But what about the other part? The rest of her soul is stuck wandering the ship and she's very sad. Why is she sad? Why sad? You ship. Ship good. Isn't that kind of true for like most of the chaos people? It's just like two sides to a personality. One is like basically whatever the chaos god is part of. Like, do you know, raging, angry, whatever. And for other is basically they're just super sad. Because, you know, they're serving chaos and they've been cursed massively. All of these so-called gifts are just curses. Have him, Lucius. I think actually, maybe even Khan for Betrayer. I think the only exception might be, what's his name? Typhus. Who's legit just happy. Or then he's upset that, you know, Matarian gets more attention sometimes. Okay, I don't think this arm was meant to go with this hand. Oh no, everything's falling off. No. Yep, this arm doesn't go with that hand. What arm does go with that hand? I wasn't paying attention to the numbers when I cut it off. Maybe this one. No, that goes with the flamethrower. 53, that goes with, no, that goes with the other arm. $32, $31, $35. Oh, there we go. Found it. I'm a silly Billy. Hello, Kill4707. How you doing? Have you seen what they're doing to a ship? It's a mess, blood everywhere. You can never clean it up and no one knows whose it is. Yeah. Why doesn't she just force them to clean it up? Like she's part of a ship now. I mean, basically being fused into the ship and being like the full command of it. Doesn't that make her like one of the most powerful characters in the setting? Matara being the one demon part who doesn't enjoy being who he is now. He was forced into it and still angry about it. Yeah. Fulgrim. I imagine there's a part of Fulgrim that's still very upset. Like there's some shred of sanity there that is horrified about what he's become. I feel like in old lore, Angron was actually not very happy about being a demon Primarch. I'm not sure if that's still the same now. Okay, just one last set of legs. Typhus is having a wonderful time though, happy as a preferable bugging poop. Yeah. Not that proverbial, to be honest. Is Magnus happy about his situation now? There we go. Magnus has fractured off that his left is the bad side of him, so probably doesn't care much. So that means there's a chance he can come back as a good guy as well. A bit like how people want Clone Fulgrim to come back to the Imperium. I guess you could have Clone Fulgrim come back as the Sanguinar. Deal for the Blood Angels. Like, couldn't that work to some extent? Because Blood Angels at the moment, like the only chapter that doesn't really have a potential Primarch. As far as I'm aware. I'm guessing that Gene Stealers used to have like 2 types of weapons they could have, and one of them was like a shotgun and one of them was the last gun / auto gun profile. Because there's a bunch of options here for like where you can take the shotgun, but the arm you'd be using would be the arm for the... Well, basically got 2 options. You got 2 options for holding, one option for holding the gun, but then 2 guns it can go with. One of them being a shotgun, one of them being a last gun or auto gun. Oh, darn it. There we go. There we go. And just one last head. It's this one. There we go. We got 10 neophytes built. Nice. 10 neophytes and 5 metamorphs today have been built. About 5 apparents yesterday. Yeah, look at him with his gun. He's got an auto gun. Do. Oh, still like this dude on his helmet head though. Like, oh yeah. Being a guard player as well as a, you know, Gene Stealer cults and stuff, I do question how come cults get to have basically a mobile last cannon inside their units and, you know, a bunch of other really cool stuff. And then guardsmen have to get nerfed at like every other. Like, we're no longer allowed heavy weapons in our generic units. Meanwhile, they've got a mining laser that's basically just a stronger last cannon. And they can have 2 in a squad of 20. Seismic cannons. I mean, I guess they are short to range. Mining lasers weaker. Oh yeah, it is weaker, isn't it? Why am I thinking of... Oh, so I was thinking of the old last cannon profile. It was strength 9 AP2. AP2 being, you know, the lower the better. No, mining laser strength 10, last cannon strength 12. I forgot. I was just thinking of an absolutely wrong last cannon profile. Thinking of an ancient one from like 5th and 6th editions before they changed the entire thing with, was it 8? Back then the strongest weapon was strength 10. Okay, still, a strength 10 laser is pretty cool. I guess it's a kind of equivalent to a melter gun. But it's got a heavy profile. Nah, I guess it's fair. Never mind. I think the heavy one of the Ridge Rumor and Rock Grinder is straight up last cannon. Can't remember. Oh, I'm just cutting off all of the pieces now because, you know, might as well. Oh, there we go. Just get all the despair bits collected up. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of spare bits. I like how the Gene Stealer cults also have a really old version of a heavy flamer, sorry. We've not used that version of a flamer for absolute years. There we go. What units would you add to the Gene Stealer cults? I think Gene Stealer cult Servitus would be really cool. And like a tech person as well. Like for a character. Hello, Mercury. How you doing? You just came back from Young Hearts Run 3. Follow me and let's all chant. Ooh. Sounds like fun music. I was listening to random Japanese pop songs before the stream. I don't even know the name of most of them. And a sad song called Eternity. Oh. No, dropping stuff. I think they need some kind of heavy plate infantry, some kind of Eva suit. That could work. What about, rather than infantry, we had something more akin to a dreadnought? Like, I see, speak a Japanese song. She thought I don't listen to Japanese songs of the 70s. I don't know what Japanese songs she would listen to. I like random songs from all sorts of things. Most of the ones I know are from anime. If we go over here, and then to more. There we go. Other games, Necromunda. Yeah, what about something that's like this, but it's like a guy inside it? Like it's a big old mining automaton. Well, not automaton, but it's like a mining suit. I also listened to Kanomo ga Torihi and Tonade Istanbul. Tonade. Tonda. Tonde? Would it be Tonde? Tonde and Tonda. Kamomega. I am not good at Japanese pronunciation, oh my gosh. Kamome. Kamome. Kamomega. What else is for Necromunda? It's for the manji. And I know it's a manji. Oh, something like this could be cool as well for them. Maybe need a berry carry of giant claws. Yes, I want to give a coats of power loader from Aliens. Yeah. Oh, do you know the suits from the Matrix 2? Was it 2? Yeah, if they could have something like this, quite literally, just make it more Tyrannidy. Are there anything else? And you got the Fansar ones. But, like this thing, I guess. That would be an alternate build. I think you can go either gun or claw. That could be fun. There's a rock grinder of a Goliath truck. What about if they got a super heavy like this sort of thing? But like it's a giant mining super heavy. That being said, again, I kind of would prefer if it didn't. They could have an O unit like Ogrins. I want them to replace the Aberrant unit with another unit that basically has the same stat line but bigger models. Like something like this, that would be really cool, but you know, all Tyrannidified. Maybe 6 wounds, and then you just take the Aberrants and make them weaker. Give them a different role or whatever. Oh. Dual twin-linked heavy stubbers as the gun version, and then power claws and melee. I think it would have 2 versions. One would be power claws, but you can choose to have claws or saws, and you could have one for each hand. Well, I have an option of twin-linked swords, twin-linked, like, claws, or you could go for one of each, but then you just choose which profile you're using when you're fighting. It doesn't give you extra attacks. And for the shooty version can have mining lasers, seismic cannons, or twin-linked heavy stubbers. Well, the twin-linked heavy stubbers will be like 6 attacks. With rapid fire 6 on them. And the mining laser will be the heavy mining laser profile. And you can have either or on each weapon. And it would have like a heavy seismic cannon as well. I only care about groove and soul in music, language and trends that apply here. Yeet. Even some of my favourite songs of the 70s are Japanese and Japanese musicians too. Ooh. I like music from all over the place. I mean, half the time I don't even know the lyrics to English songs, let alone any other ones. And sometimes when I do learn the lyrics, I'm like, oh, I like the song less now. Power claws for anti-hard and power jacks that give them lance. And an anti-TEQ stat line. TEQ? Anti-tanks. And enormous futures. Terminate to equivalence. Oh. I was thinking one would be like a sweep build for like anti-space means, and the other would be like an anti-tank version. Anti-monster. They wouldn't be super tough units, I think. I think there'll be units where you'd have like 2 or 3 of them. Ooh, maybe they'd have like... You can have up to 3 of them in a unit. A minimum of 1. US, UK, Japan, Italy, back then in the 70s were countries who improved tech. Yeah. People experimenting. There we go. Oh. Move over to here. Cut open this stuff. And get it off the sprue. Oh no. Oh no. We're making a pile of model bits. You know, this is usually stuff I have to do off stream anyway. And I'm like, you know, because I got to do it anyway. So I can recycle the sprue. I might as well just do it now. There we go. I'm thinking if they get another range refresh for Gene Stealer cults,
the design
like
ethos of the cults is, it's like a truck folds to a stiff breeze. So yes, these lifters would be relatively squishy but hit hard.
Yeah. The aberrants don't fall down to a stiff breeze though, oh my goodness. I mean, for the points cost, if they definitely like, they got the points cost for how tough they are, but still. So if I said my favourite 70s Japanese songs, no one said no Japanese songs. I thought you don't like Japanese songs. No. I mean, I didn't think you didn't like, I think you've told me before you'd like Japanese songs, so. There you go. And now I need to put this skull to one side. There we go. And then this skull to one side. Oh, what? Yeah, I'm thinking if Gene Stealer Cult's got like a big update to whatever, it would be tech stuff. So like you'd have a tech character, maybe like some servitor battle line unit, a servitor ogrens for infantry, then was like mutated server to Ogren style models. And like for lifted style things for like a vehicle. I think that would be really cool. 4 new units. And then you could have a detachment that's specifically designed around the Cult Mechanicum. Infected Gene Stealer stuff. You're gonna go listen to Kaio Kala Hitori, Domino Toriyama, and Doso Konomama, and Tokyo Regi. Tokyo Regi, I know that song. There we go. There we go, just cutting off all the pieces. Cutting off all the pieces. We're making a pile of them. Thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks for coming, Mercury. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you like the stream. Thanks for popping in. Bada bada. Bada bada. Hope you enjoy your music. There we go. Cut all these pieces off the sprue. And there we go. 4 clean sprues. Yeah! So now it's less work I have to do off stream. And we got a bunch of models that I need to find some places for. But, oh my gosh, the Mages is really tall, isn't she? Like, my goodness! This guy stood up straight. I mean... That Aberrant still feels like such a funky model in modern. Warhammer. Oh gosh. But big love hearts to you all. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Remember to work hard but play harder. Eat good food. Sleep well, dream of cupcakes, but don't eat for cupcakes, okay? Because a friend's not food. And remember to take care of yourselves. Be kind to others and vice versa. And just let me... Do we want to try raiding someone? Is there anyone live according to this? I mean, Mai's live. We could raid Mai. She's painting Fufu snails. Oh, we've got what's her name over here? No, we could raid into Penny Puffball. We could raid into Penny Puffball, you know. do you want to raid? Do you want to do a raid? Maybe not. Oh, goodness. We'll just give big love hearts to everybody. Oh, yeah, we're not even here. We're not even here. We need to do more love hearts. Love hearts to everybody. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Remember to eat good food. All of that good stuff. I've already said that. So I'm tired. It's 20 to 8. I'm 40 minutes over time. Bye-bye, everyone. Love you all. Wee! Oh, gosh. I'm still here. Hi.